As seen in Newsday, texting while driving has become more of a hazard than drinking and driving among teenagers. According to Cohen Children's Medical Center in New Hyde Park, texting while driving is responsible for more than 3,000 teen deaths and 300,000 injuries annually. This has resulted in phone companies pursuing apps for cell phones to prevent people from texting while on the road.
I think that if companies created a phone app to prevent texting and driving, it would not work. People know the dangers of harming themselves and others, yet they still make the poor decision to text and drive. The only way this would work is if companies mandated that all phone users were required to download the app, and even then, cars would have to have systems installed with the capabilities to control and enable this app. So I think that it's a good idea. However, I think it will be unsuccessful because it requires too many complex changes.
I do think having an app like that on the phone would be a great thing to have, especially if you could connect to the car, and as long as the car is running or on, it would keep people from, texting. There's nothing that is too important to text while driving, and if it's that important, you could easily call someone. So as long as it doesn't limit the ability to make phone calls, I do think that would be a very good addition to smartphones these days.
Having an app where phone companies would know if you're texting and driving would seem to be a really good idea in theory, but I think the logistics of making this app would just be extremely difficult, just not only for the phone companies but also for the car companies as well, because there would have to be some sort of system, whether it be through Bluetooth or wireless, that you would know when the phone was in the car versus when the phone was out of the car. So I think that in theory this would be a really good idea to have developed and implemented, but it seems that now, based upon the variety of phones that are in use as well as the different types of cars and car companies, it just seems like it would just be a logistical nightmare for the companies.